This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack Daily Challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given the values of R and C, and after that we are given a R cross C matrix as input. So it is given in the question that each and every row of the matrix will have a lowercase alphabet as input. So in the first row, we have the lowercase alphabet as X, and in the second row, we have the lowercase alphabet as Z, and for the third row, we have X, and for the fourth row, we have Y, and for the fifth row, we have X. So now we have extracted the lowercase alphabet of each and every row. So here I am writing it down separately. So we will be storing all these lowercase alphabet in a separate character array named ARR. So this character array will contain the characters X, Z, X, Y, X. So I am storing it as such. And we are going to create another character array named temp. So in which we will be storing the same contents of ARR. So I am copying it as such, and the name of this character array will be temp. So here both ARR and temp contain the same characters. So now we are given in the question that we have to sort the rows of the matrix based upon the lowercase characters given in each and every row. So first we are going to sort this temp character array. So after sorting this temp character array, this is how it will be looking like. So it will contain the characters XXX, YZ. So this is how the temp character array will be looking like after sorting it in ascending order. So now it is given in the question that we have to sort the rows of the matrix based upon the lowercase alphabet present in each and every row, and if two or more rows has the same lowercase alphabet, then we have to sort based upon their order of occurrence in reverse order. So after sorting, the first character is X. So we have to check for all the rows which contains the lowercase alphabet X. So in the input matrix, we can see that the first row has the X, and then the third row has X, and then the fifth row has X. But X has more than one occurrence. So what we have to do is we have to sort it based upon their occurrence from reverse. So the last row must be printed. So in our output, we can see that first I am printing the last row, and then the second character is also X. So we have already printed the last row which contains the lowercase character X. So we have to print the last second. So we are printing this row 2345X, and then the third character is also X. So again we are printing the first occurrence. So we are just coming from the last. So now we are going to print this row 64, 70, X and 16, and then the fourth character is Y. So the fourth row of the input matrix contains the lowercase character Y. So we have to print the fourth row. So in our output we can see that we are printing Y 54, 96 and 36. And then the last character in the temp character array is Z. And there is only one row which contains the lowercase character Z. So we are printing it in our output. So we are printing 11, Z, 85 and 79. So this is how we should be sorting the rows of the given input matrix. So first I am creating two integer variables named R and C, and in the next line using a scanf statement I am accepting the values of R and C as input, and then I am creating a character array named mat of size R cross C, and at every index we can store up to 101 characters, and then two more character arrays named ARR and temp. So both are of size R. So now we are going to accept our input matrix in a string format. So here I am creating this nested loop, and in every iteration of this nested loop we are going to accept our input in a string format, and we will be storing it into the character array named mat. So now soon after accepting our input, we are going to check whether the input contains a character or not. So we are given in the question that each and every row will contain a character, a lowercase character as input. So soon after accepting the input, I am checking whether the matrix of ij at index 0, because we are going to check for a character, but the input is in string format. So that is why matrix of ij at index 0, if it is greater than or equal to a and less than or equal to z, then we are going to store the particular input, that is the particular input at the index 0. So we are going to store that particular character into the character array named ARR. So I am setting ARRI is equal to matrix of ij at index 0, and the temp character array is nothing but a copy of ARR. So I am also setting temp of I is equal to ARRI. So finally, after the execution of this nested loop, soon after accepting our input, we would have also calculated the lowercase alphabet given in each and every row as input. So we have those lowercase alphabets in ARR as well as temp. So now our task is to sort the character array named temp. So here we have to implement any of the logic for sorting the character array. So we can either use bubble sort or selection sort. So here we have to sort the temp character array. And after sorting the temp character array, we will be iterating through the sorted character array. So here I am going to create another loop. So this I loop iterates from 0 to R because the size of the temp character array is R. So in every iteration of this I loop, we have to print a row of the matrix. So first we have to find which row we have to print. So I'm creating an integer variable named row, and initially I'm setting it to -1 because at present we don't know which row we need to print. So using the ARR character array, we are going to find which row we need to be printing. So here in every iteration I am creating a J loop that iterates from R-1 till 0 because we are given in the question that if a character has more than one occurrence, then we have to sort based upon their occurrence in reverse order. So that is why I am iterating from R-1 till 0. And in every iteration, the I loop is for temp character array and J loop is for ARR character array. So if temp of I is equal to ARR of J, then it means we have to print this particular row. So I am setting row is equal to J, and we have to delete the character in ARR character array. So I am setting ARR of J is equal to hyphen, and I am breaking out of the loop. So after the execution of the loop, we would have determined which row of the matrix need to be printed right now. So here we have to create another loop and print the values present in that particular row, which will be the required output. And after printing all the values in the row, we have to print a new line. And in the next iteration of the I loop, we will be printing the next row of the matrix. So this is how we will be printing each and every row of the matrix. So finally, after the execution of the I loop, we would have printed all the rows of the matrix, and the rows of the matrix will be sorted based upon the conditions given in the question. So this is the logic to solve today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.